Good day, Cyprus. It's Andronicos again. I invite you to follow my Facebook page, Andronicos CY. Read my manifesto in full. It's only 24 pages, 12 of which are AI-assisted generated photos. And that's on Andronicos CY. The point and section I'm going to discuss now is called Protecting Our Planet. I'm all in favor of minimizing CO2. I believe the real issue isn't so much legacy oil and gas as is to remove pollution from the emissions that it causes. I'm all for funding research. The EU should very much increase the budget to universities and other experts in finding ways for hydrogen energy, in finding ways to optimize alternative means of powering our cities and our homes. As a point of interest, the Solar Panels for All initiative, whereby here in Cyprus, you can get solar panels on your house and you can pay the capital repayment via electricity bills every 2 months, was my idea. I very much commend Minister Papanastasiou, the Minister for Energy and Commerce, for taking that point on board. It's now started to be rolled out. There's quite a large budget, but I'm saying let's take it further. Let's take it so that everybody in the EU that lives in countries that are sunny, obviously, countries that are sunny for the technology we have now, has access to funds so that they can get solar panels, not just for homes that are owned, but for rental homes. That will really, really save on CO2. And in future, there'll be electric cars. We can plug them in at our homes or our apartments through special connectors, through special points in neighborhoods, and that too will cut down CO2. One thing I want us never to forget, and not to forget, the people who feed us are our farmers. We in Cyprus and some other countries provide so much of our jobs through farming, and they feed us. I'm all for reducing global warming. I'm all for the reduction of CO2 emissions. But we mustn't forget our farmers who've spent considerably more money due to inflation, partly caused by the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which prices shot up, fertilizers shot up. An example is olive oil. As of now, May 2024, compared to last year, the price of olive oil has doubled. There are all sorts of factors in that, but the point I'm making is I love the environment, I love our planet, and I want to make sure that we protect it, but we mustn't forget our farmers. There's one other thing about protecting the planet which I have as a separate point in my manifesto, is we should be extremely careful about planning ahead in case an asteroid or a comet comes here. I know studies are being done. I know there are all sorts of telescopes looking out. I'm saying we should put more funding into that. And let's not forget near-Earth objects that are space junk. There's over 2,200 pieces of space junk. Now, when I was growing up, my grandmother made sure I kept my bedroom tidy, and my mother, in case she tripped over. Well, what if a piece of space junk falls on Granny's head in Nicosia? We should be careful. There are already companies out there, I've read about them even in the last week, that are training rockets, robots to zap these space objects from space. And they're discarded fragments from the first rockets we sent in the 1950s, the late 1950s, until more recent. Sure, it's not number one on the priority of spending money from the European Union budget, but it's something we should never forget. Thank you for listening to me. If you deem I'm worthy, please vote for me on June the 9th as one of the 6 members of the European Parliament that Cyprus will elect. Thank you.